Does God exist? I think this question has been asked in every living being's mind, only vocalized by a few, asking each generation, where is the proof? Well, what is God? God is defined as the supreme or ultimate reality, such as the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshipped as creator and ruler of the universe. Can you imagine that? It's almost impossible to rationalize scientifically that there is evidence of a supernatural presence in existence. The only problem is, we all see the big picture because we are looking too hard for proof when the proof is right before our eyes. It literally screams from every molecule of every particle of everything. That mystical little reaction that occurs that shouldn't occur but does every time. In science and math, choices, life. That is God. Not all of us are born into this world with compassion. It exists in certain beings without prompting through all life. We as humans try to define everything we observe or experience into categories to further emphasize our superior intelligence. Through our journey of growth, many things have changed, such as terminology or expressions. And there are things that stay the same. Constant, arcane things that survive a millennia of change. So to make ourselves more comfortable with the world around us, we have created the societies we live in today. Deeply intertwined in the heart of each culture is that constant arcane knowledge. Only the devout or most intelligent humans are privileged to such knowledge, categorizing it in groups with labels and influence to promote importance. Hence, religion, science, psychology, philosophy. You may not know it, but your intelligence is a sign of God. That driving force that powers every cell and everything in existence. If God cannot be proven by evidence, then why is faith not enough? Must you know your mother to feel her power over you? Do you have faith that she ever existed? A mother, whether alive or dead, can influence a child's life even if they are never there. There are questions and someone is going to give an answer. What was she like? Where did she grow up? When did she meet my dad? Did she love me? Does she love me? Do these questions sound familiar? Let's reword them a little. What is God like? Where did God come from? Did God love me? Does God love me? Do you see that everyone has these questions? As far as I am concerned, my answer is yes. There is unequivocal proof of God's existence in everything, everywhere. A part of God is in all things. He gave a part of himself to create life. The ability to procreate intelligence and compassion where there is none. That one little spark that invites life in the darkness is a part of God. That burning rush you feel when you are doing something you know will affect everything you know, good or bad. That nurturing compassion that exists outside of our genus and species. The knowledge of consequences for actions and faith that you have chosen well. Just faith is enough for me. We can tear things apart and try to find evidence, label it, and say that that's where God came from. But really, look past it. Everything is linked to everything else. Those tiny little things, Why? Because of God. Many can argue that he or she does not exist. You'll never see him until we leave. Personally, I have never seen God or heard his or her voice. I was raised Roman Catholic, but I believe everyone has the right to their own opinion. Not to say that any perception of God is right or wrong, or that any one book has it entirely right. People give names to things they don't understand because it brings them comfort and closure to a plethora of unending questions. Maybe God is not how we identify our Creator. Maybe there isn't something out there that looks exactly like us. But there is something. Some force that drives everything in this universe and offers compassion and intelligence through all species in life. If I sat here and educated you about religion, I wouldn't be able to tell you about God. Because that's not where he comes from. God is in you, part of you. Every moment you breathe, every dream, every journey, that is God. All my love.